So in today's video I wanted to do a makeup tutorial on the makeup that I'm wearing now. So now that it's getting even warmer, most of the time anyway, I wanted to do something that had a bit of a pop of colour to it. This is a makeup that I wear quite a lot if I do want to incorporate colour into my look, but don't want to do a sort of purple or green or blue smoky eye, because it just adds enough colour to where it makes it pop. But then it's not so crazy to where it's a little bit intimidating. You could completely skip the eyelashes and the winged eyeliner. It's just something that I just like to add to make the look even more dramatic. This look is also perfect for any eye shape. So if you've got hooded eyes, but you want to really draw attention to your eyes, then you could just add a little bit of darkness to your upper lash line, some mascara, and then just really smoke out your bottom lash line. And I think that would look gorgeous. Also, just to let you know, in this tutorial I only focus on the eyes, blusher and the lipstick, because I filmed another video on contouring and highlighting, so you won't see any of that in this video. So hopefully it will make it relatively short, because I know that my makeup tutorials tend to be a little bit longer, or the ones that I've done have been slightly longer. So once both the videos are up, I'll link them to each other. So if you want to find out how to get this makeup, then please keep watching. I'm going to first prime my eyes. This is what I always do anyway if you watch my videos. And I'm just going to use some of the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. You could use an actual eye primer if you want, but I find that using concealer works just as well. So I'm just going to blend that in with my sponge. And then I'm just going to set it with some loose powder. So I'm going to use the Rimmel Match Perfection loose powder. This is just in transparent. So I'm just going to take a bit of it on the sponge and just set it right from the inner corner to the outer corner all the way up to my brow bone. So I'm going to be using two eyeshadow palettes today to create this look. I'm not actually reusing my Z palette at all, which I've done on purpose because I know that I've used that in most of our makeup tutorials, and I always want to make sure that I'm sort of switching things up a bit. So I'm going to use the Naked palette mostly for the sort of mattes, and then I'm going to be using this sleek, this is the Ultra Mattes Volume 1 palette, and I'm going to be using it for the pop of colour, and I think I'll use the purple there. I've never actually done this look with a colour this bright, but the weather's awful and it doesn't feel like it's summer yet, and I'm sitting here drinking a cup of coffee and I should be sitting here drinking a milkshake or something. I'm going to start off by using the Morphe E28 brush, and I'm going to go in with Naked from the Urban Decay Naked palette. So I'm just going to keep my eye open and I'm just going to gently rub the brush in my crease. I'm going to stop when I get about 2/3 of the way across my eye. I'm just going to softly start to build some definition, going backwards and forwards. I am going to blend this out further anyway. I'm just going to do my other eye. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go in with my Lauren Luke Big Fluffy brush just to help blend everything out so it looks seamless. And then I'm going to take my Morphe M505, just sort of tapered at the top to a point. So I'm just going to take a little bit of buck, and I'm just going to go a little bit lower than what I did with the Naked colour. I'm using a fluffy brush because I don't want it to be too dark and I want it to be very diffused. If I wanted it to be more defined, I'd go in with a thinner brush. And I like doing this with my eye open just because I can put the brush in my crease and then just blend. And I just find, I mean, as you can see, it just defines your eyes even more, but without having too dark of a colour. And I forgot to zoom in, so just want to keep blending until you're happy. I'm going to go back in with that E28 brush from Morphe and just again soften that up. And then if you want to, you can take the bigger brush. I'm not putting any additional product on these brushes. And we're actually going to take this white in the Sleek palette as well, just to put it on my lid. I'm going to do it with quite a big brush, and I'm only going to take a tiny bit and I'm just going to brush it on. So you could use any colour that's, you wanted it to be the same shade as your skin tone, or slightly lighter, or even that slight bit darker, but just a nice wash of colour on the lid, and it also just helps diffuse everything further. I'm going to take the Morphe 505 again, that taper brush, just to make sure that that brown diffuses into the white nicely. And that's all I'm going to do for the upper lid. I'm going to add a winged liner. I want it to be as sharp as I can get it, so I'm actually going to use tape. So I'm going to put it on the back of my hand, like that, and I'm just while I cut another bit. So what you want to do is you want to peel it off and stick it back on, and then peel it off. And you want it to be, I mean obviously you want it to stick to your eye, but you don't want it to be too sticky, so I do this quite a few times just to make it as soft as possible. And then what I'm going to do is I want to do it so that the tape follows where my bottom lash line goes, so it'll follow it up, and that's where you want your wing to go. I do think that this is sometimes quite a difficult thing to do. I think the most difficult thing to do is to get the tape even. But then you just want to do the same thing to your other eye. For my winged eyeliner, I'm going to be using the Rimmel Gel Liner. I've run out of my Maybelline one, which I'm so disappointed about. I don't really think this is as good as Maybelline, that's just my opinion. And I'm going to be using the Morphe M160-18. And I've tried this for eyeliner and I've got to say, I love it. I think it is really good for eyeliner. So I will do a whole video about how I do my winged eyeliner. I'm just going to quickly do it. I apologise if I'm not in frame because I do find it very difficult because I have to get right up close to my wrist. So I only really use the tape to get my corner of my wings. It doesn't help for the inside. So I find it really difficult with this liner to get it to look really smooth and black. So what I normally do is just map out the main sort of shape of the eye. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a black eyeshadow. You can use any matte black eyeshadow you want. I'm just going to use Decay Blackout because I love that. And then I'm going to take it on. This is just a small detailing brush. And I'm just going to press into my liner. And I just find it just makes it so much blacker. It makes it lush. I just think it just makes such a difference to the look. Just to sharpen up my wing even more, I'm going to take, this is a Lauren Luke angled brush. This is what I used to use for my eyeliner. Press it into the shadow. Tap off any excess. And I'm very carefully just going to add a little more of a flick at the end. If you can avoid it as well, don't look up when you've done your eyeliner, especially if you use gel liner or a liquid liner, just because while it's sitting it can transfer onto your lid. And that can be a disaster. So I want to put some eyelashes on today because I love eyelashes. These are the LA Splash. Style is clubby. Because they are very full and dramatic, I'm not going to curl my eyelashes. I'm going to apply a little bit of mascara. This is my favourite mascara. This is the L'Oreal Double Extension. Okay, so I'm going to let my mascara dry and then I'm going to pop on my eyelashes off camera because I'm going to do a whole video on how to apply eyelashes soon. So I'll put them on and then I'll be right back. So I've got the lashes on and as you can see they are pretty full and dramatic, but I quite like them with this look. They are a little bit difficult to put on just because the band is so thick, so you wouldn't be able to put this on without any sort of eyeliner. I'm actually filming another video of like how to contour and bake and everything like that. So I'm going to do all that. I'm going to come back and then we're going to do the lower lash line, blush and lipstick. So I'll be right back once I've done all my foundation and everything like that. Okay, so I've just finished doing I've done my foundation, bronzing, contour and highlighting. I've filmed another video on this, so once it's done, I'll link it down below. I'm going to finish up on the eyes now, so I'm just going to zoom you back in. I love these eyelashes so much. The more I wear them, the more I love them. So when I'm doing a pop of colour on my lower lash line, I like to wear black in my waterline. You could wear colour in your waterline if you wanted to. Sometimes I do that. I just feel like it just makes my eyes look a little bit more sultry. I feel like this is a very sultry look. I'm going to use MAC Smoulder and I'm just going to pop quite a heavy amount in my waterline. I'm not going to take it right to the inner corner of my eye. And then just to make it even blacker and help it stay even longer, I'm going to use the brush that I used to set my winged liner and the same black as well. And I'm just going to put it right over the top, but this is just going to help it set it in place. For this part of the look you could use any colour you want. I'm going to use purple just because I feel like it goes with my eye colour a lot better. Otherwise I'll probably go for something like blue. I'm going to take this purple shade from the Sleek palette, and I'm going to take it on this is like a dupe for the MAC 239 brush, but this is by Lauren Luke. And I'm just going to dip the end of the brush into the purple and pack on as much pigment as I can, but I just want it on the end of the brush. Because I'm just going to start to build the colour. So I'm going to use my MAC 266 brush and I'm going to take it on that so I can draw it on. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, this is a base shadow brush from Techniques It's Clean. I'm just going to take it just to brush away any fallout. I'm just going to take a pencil brush by MAC, the Naked colour from the Urban Decay Naked palette, and I'm going to start to blend this out. So you could leave it like that and you've just got a very small pop of colour, but I want to make it as intense as I can. This is the Morphe M518 and I'm just going to buff out the colour even more. Like that. And I want to get this as blown out as I can. So I'm just going to keep going backwards and forwards with the brushes, adding more product and just keep blending it until it's as heavy and as dramatic as what I want. Don't be scared to bring it too far down. I think it almost adds to the look and just makes it look even more dramatic. So just to add even more purple and even more sort of brightness to the look, I'm going to take a colour out of my Vice 2 palette by Urban Decay. I know that you can't get this palette anymore, but any shimmery purple shade would work. And I'm going to take a mixture of Voodoo and Betrayal, these two purple colours here, on my flat brush again. And all this is going to do is, because I've already got purple down, this is just going to help add a little bit more smokiness to the look. So if you've got like blue eyes, I think like an orange would look really cool. And if you've got like brown eyes, then like a bronze or even a purple or a blue would look amazing with your eye colour. So I'm just going to add some mascara to my bottom lashes and then I'll be right back. So just while my mascara is setting, I want to highlight the inner corner of my eyes, but I want to use something a bit more pink because I've got the purple on the lower lash line. So I'm going to take the colour Virgin from the Naked palette on my Lauren Luke pencil brush. I'm going to pack on and I'm just going to highlight my inner corner. So I'm going to move on to some blusher. I want to use something that's a bit more sort of pinky purpley. So I'm going to use this brush here. This is Dolly Mix by MAC. I'm just going to use my Lauren Luke brush. I'm just going to dip it in a few times. I only want just a little wash of colour because I want all the attention to be on the eyes. For the lips, I'm actually going to wear a kind of colour that I wouldn't normally wear, but I think it'll go really nice with this look. I'm going to go for like quite a sort of grey, purpley kind of toned nude. Because again, I want to keep the attention on the eyes, but I want to tie in the kind of purple colours that we've got going on. So I'm going to use, this is the LA Splash Smitten Lip Tint Mousse in the shade Charm. This liquid lipstick is pretty drying, so I've put on some lip balm just to make sure that it doesn't dry my lips out completely or emphasise any fine lines. To line my lips, I'm going to use the Urban Decay 24/7 lip pencil in the colour Naked. I find that this goes perfect with that liquid lipstick. And I'm just going to fill in my lip. Right, so now I'm just going to fill my lips in with this colour. So this is the finished look. I just absolutely love this kind of look, especially if you're going out in the summer, just because I feel like you can add a little pop of colour to your makeup without it looking too crazy. I really hope you enjoyed this makeup look. If there's any other makeup looks that you want me to do, just leave them in the comments down below. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye!